Oh my goodness.
Mama's coming soon.
Okay. She forgave you for that last comment you made on Marco Polo about the book.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Everybody's live.
Everybody's live, so everybody can hear us?
Everybody can hear us, I hope.
Okay, well, some of the people here already know what I'm talking about with, Jason's comment about the
I
book.
know what you're talking about.
The party's in here, Brenda. Get in the door.
That's not what I'm after. All right.
Miss Bandana Grandma, how you doing, honey?
Feliz Navidad.
Well,
Oh, we got it.
Dana's got an invitation to be on the screen. Where's she at?
I don't know.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, we have another singer.
Good heavens.
I just said, look at all those beautiful people. I don't know who she's seeing on the screen right now.
Hey, Rachel.
Me.
You?
Saying me.
Must be Jason. Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking.
And she,
Hello,
and
Miss
she,
Helga,
and she
my
has a-
secret Santa.
and she has an invitation to be on the screen.
Who's?
I
Okay.
see this getting really confusing really fast.
That's right.
You think?
I'm already having trouble keeping up.
Hey, Simply Jan.
Hooked on Phonics work for me, Brett.
Leon Legendary Productions, Hawaii. Woohoo!
You're gonna get me
Aloha.
started.
All
Hey,
right.
Naturally NC.
Garden for Cheap can't find her glasses.
Uh-oh.
She can't ever find her glasses.
They may be
That's
outside.
nothing.
They may be outside on that garden gnome.
They
I did that for you, Amy.
might be on the top shelf.
Get the ladder.
Oh, I'm going to be getting Marco Polo in a little while.
Careful, I hear you can catch stuff that way.
Stop.
Yeah, Ebola. Trust
Oh
me.
my goodness.
Polo herpes.
Helga can't be here because she's at work.
Oh, okay.
But I'm glad you popped in
Brett
to say
dared
hi.
me.
Brett,
Brett dared me.
Hey, Robin.
what's
There's
up?
Mama Bear.
Robin.
There we go.
Isn't she beautiful?
Not really.
Look how beautiful she is.
Well, she is. I just don't understand how she can put up with you, but she's.
Check out my pets.
Daryl said it while thinking it.
I'm glad
I
to
keep her
start
intoxicated.
our homestead finally
Oh, you
shows up.
keep her intoxicated.
Merry Christmas.
My love.
Is that eggnog with your
It
whiskey?
sure is.
With whiskey?
Hey, Amy, look.
Oh, score.
Is that going in the mail?
It looks
no,
like it's
going
going
in
in
my
your
belly.
stomach.
Not going in the mail. That's a real knee slapper.
I was gonna say, it looked like it was going in her
Something's
stomach.
wrong with that guy.
What are they, Robin? What is going in your belly besides the eggnog and whiskey?
Oh, not whiskey.
Rum? Oh,
No, Brandy.
oh, brandy. Okay.
I think that's her name.
What?
So
Oh, la 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 la. la.
these are chocolate covered pretzels.
Oh.
I was making fun because I was showing these to Amy earlier today, and she was asking me if I would ship some to her.
On Marco Polo.
But they'd be better
Because
if
at
they
least one of the Brassards.
they'd be
Stays
better
true
if
on
they were
Polo.
white chocolate.
Hey,
No,
Brett
not
talked to
white.
me on Marco Polo today.
Yeah, it didn't send me any either on Marco Polo. And I heard from them today.
What are you talking about?
Chocolate covered pretzels.
Oh no, you want white chocolate?
White, yeah, I prefer white chocolate. But
I
I have,
could make white chocolate pretzels, just saying.
yeah. Well,
That's
You can make me some white chocolate pretzels. Just
Okay.
saying.
What? Oh, I made peanut brittle last year. That's what I did. I made peanut brittle. and
Yes,
sent
that
it.
we still have some of your Christmas candy left over. The only reason why it was left over is we put it up there on the filing cabinet and forgot about it. and I found it the other day,
Is it well
and the
preserved?
girls have now stole it and hid it. I don't know where it's at.
I do.
Okay, Mama Z wants us to introduce everybody. I don't know how they see it if we're backwards
Just
on there.
no, just like that.
Okay,
Up-
well, that
upper-
that
up-
one there is me. You already know that.
Upper left-hand corner, Sherry.
And then the ones in the middle, those wonderful folks in the middle, that's Broussard Homestead, Brett and Amy.
That's us.
They
Brett and Amy.
they will be your hostesses with the mostest for the Bayou Bash. That guy in the yellow shirt that looks like Santa, that's his brother Daryl. Down on the left in the middle, in the red,
Oh, cool.
is Big Bear. That's Miss Robin and Jason
Keynote speakers at the Bayou Bash.
for the win. The bald guy down there next to Jason is Nathan Sampson Farr. Well, how did you want me to say
bald
it?
guy.
You know you would have said the same thing, Amy. Come on. And then we have half of Windmill Farms. I don't know where the other half is.
The other half had to go just south of Memphis to take our youngest daughter back to her mom's house, and I think he actually just walked in the door.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yep.
So
Unfortunately,
you
that
spoke, and he shall appear here in just
See?
a second.
I have
All right.
that. I have that effect on people. Or some effect on
Miss Sherry
people.
just spoke you into existence.
Yeah.
I guess because you're her adopted son.
Okay. Is it like Beetlejuice?
Oh, Lordy. I like Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
That's right. I should go in the fridge and get that big bottle
Is
of
that a
wine I
Philly
told
shirt,
everybody.
Jason?
yeah.
We have craziness.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Jason, is
Hi,
that,
everybody.
is that a Philly shirt, Jason, you're being asked?
Yes. This is my Christmas gift from my mother. I got a Phillies t-shirt and an Atlanta Braves t-shirt. Go, Mom.
And we got sugar cookies that the girls
Yes, sugar
There
cookies.
you go.
Woo!
I ate a good bit of that. That's all right. Robin over there is eating chocolate covered pretzels, and apparently Amy wanted her to mail some, and she was like, "No, that's okay.
I
We
was
have
not
homemade
like
caramel here."
So Grizz, don't ask Robin to mail you any candy. Because if Aunt...
That's all right. I
We
mean,
don't have to get no.
homemade caramel here, so.
Oh, you need to make some turtles with those.
Oh, yeah.
This
No,
would
we
be
get
really
nothing.
good.
Boudins. I need to make some boudins with caramel in it.
Ugh.
No.
Make a boudin.
No, no.
With bread on
Ew.
that. No, Robin, this actually did not come out to the firm ball stage. It only came out to soft, so it would actually work really well for turtles.
Yes,
Yeah,
this really would. This
Uh-huh.
would be excellent for
Well, I was
turtles.
looking at the consistency on the knife, and it looked like it would have been perfect for that. So
Yeah, unfortunately, we had a little bit of an emergency. It got dumped in the pan like then.
Nathan, I need you to say hello to Pomona Ponderosa. She says she can't hear you.
It's because he's not saying anything.
Hey, Pomona Ponderosa.
There he is.
Yeah, he's
Hear me
there.
now.
He's just taking it all in. Linzer cookies. I'm sure, Helga, I'm sure that's something Dutch. But in one of my Secret Santa groups, Helga was my Secret Santa. Oh my,
Hey,
oh
I wanna
my,
say
oh
something.
my.
Well, and
Hey,
Say something.
we have real
hey,
Dutch
city
in there.
girl, country heart. Look familiar?
Batman.
it's worn down because he's used it a lot.
Do what? What am I looking at?
I said we have real Dutch in here tonight. Dutch,
Versus
Dutch
a fake
Offgate
Dutch?
Homesteading is here. Our friend from
Dutch off
Paul?
Paul's
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Nathan sightseeing. He is being very quiet, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
smart.
Thank you. Oh, this is only part of them, Leon. How many did you invite?
Yeah, and I
There
got
went
one
out
for
at
it.
least 40 plus.
94.
94 invites.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And we already had a few said they can't make it.
Wow.
Just
Yeah.
a few.
How many?
just a
Look,
few.
how many
How many
count
people
Brett as?
invited
Because how
to
big
come
he
do this
is.
tonight?
And only us, the handful.
Grizz 270 is in the chat, and he's got an invite for in here.
Yep. Yep.
Jason, you said
I think if Brett puts on his MC Hammer pants and dances again.
Hey, folks,
I know where they are.
if we
do
get
not encourage him.
if we can get 100 people in here watching, Brett will do the MC dance for us.
I did not say that this time. I learned better.
But I did, and I put you on the.
Well, yeah, you being the
Yeah,
the
the
co-host, you being the
Yeah.
co-host, you're gonna have to step up here.
I don't like you anymore.
Does this mean we won't be going to St. Charles in June? Oh, Wiccan, we're crazy.
Come on, Brett.
Oh,
Too
Yeah.
legit.
you,
Too legit to quit.
you haven't seen us. You haven't seen us in person. Yeah.
They're all trying to get Brett to do the MC Hammer dance.
Rumor has it he's going to do it at the Bayou Bash.
Oh my God, will you stop?
On the stage.
You're so mean.
And we'll,
Look, Grizz will do the Happy Bear dance.
I heard Jason has STDs. I'm just saying.
Okay, this is going south really quick.
oh, you weren't here the other Tuesday night when it went south real quick, or Monday night.
No,
I did not go south really quick, Robin.
I'm telling you,
Was that too far?
Monday-
Was that too far, Jason?
Monday was rough for me because I had to be in Atlanta. I had to wake up at like 4:00 in the morning. So Monday night I passed out like really quick.
I mean, I know Brett ain't talking about somebody got STDs when he plays with hoses all the time.
Lord. Yes, Brenda, I saw that you got that out. Thank you very much. We will have ours out later this week.
Nathan liked that one, Jason. Go ahead, Nathan, say it.
But that explains a lot on Monday night. Jason didn't have any adult supervision.
He did not. You're absolutely correct.
Yes, naturally, and see that was just spoken about. Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I think if I remember correctly, I woke up in the middle of it because I fell asleep on the couch.
Oh Lord,
And my phone, I had a notification.
poor Robin.
Okay, so Duncan's got the.
Yeah.
Yes, she got
No
that.
bueno.
Jason was making poor old ladies cry and stuff.
Although I did hear about that today.
Wiccan Chickens Homestead, are you going to any of the meetups? Because we're going to start going to meetups in March. First one will be in Mississippi. Yes,
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah, y'all won't be far from us, but we won't be at that one.
I
We've got a
know.
prior commitment.
I know. How crazy is that?
I know.
Hey, I
Fire
get to go
commitment
hit
called
people
go.
with sticks, and I don't go to jail, so it's a good week.
That's true.
just-
Wait.
But
I want to be a part of that one.
What is that about?
Yeah, how do you? I can become part of that. Me and Jason need to go be part of that.
but
What,
we,
hitting sticks?
Look,
hitting
we have
people with
invited
sticks?
you, Brent. Hold up. We have invited Brent.
It's that medieval
Yeah, but I want Jason
reenactment
to be
that
the
we
one
do.
that
It
hit the
allows me
sticks.
to put my armor on, and I get to go hit people with sticks, and then I don't go to jail. And then at the end of the evening, we sit around a bonfire, eat good cooked meat, and drink mead and wine. So it's a good time.
That sounds like a
That's
blast.
And you
I don't
went
remember
to
getting invited to lunch.
we could do that on your
Look,
property.
you can come
in
back,
Memorial Day,
Nathan.
Jason.
We'll happily drag you to Go Force with us.
I was thinking, say, Nathan, you've already been in it. You still got your armor. Come on back. We'll teach you a little something.
You can wear your kilt.
It's not period.
Life with Linda said she's going to
Who
the
got
shindig.
armor though?
Yeah. Or make one, right, Nathan?
Yeah, we'll be at the shindig.
Yep. We'll be at the shindig.
We actually, did y'all all get your tables for the shindig? Who else gonna have tables?
We're going to have a table.
We're having one of the cheap tables.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah,
two
we got
tables.
two cheap tables in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't know where Daryl is. So
I got a booth in the back too.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
cool.
I guess.
Oh Lord, hold on, Robin. Are you gonna be there so he has adult supervision at the shindig?
Absolutely. Although I can't promise anything.
Is there gonna be
because
hog home?
at all of these events, I'm usually stuck at the booth.
Yes.
So if he wanders off and goes somewhere, he's in y'all's hands at that point.
Oh Lord.
We
All I will tell you is that if anybody gives Grizz tequila, you are legally and financially responsible for him. I just have to throw that disclaimer out there.
No, which one are you talking about, Red? Which ones are in the SCA? Grizz and Cat from Mississippi, I think they are, and I think Nathan is, aren't you, Nathan, in the SCA?
I used to be.
Used to be, that's right.
We're trying to drag him back.
Yep. And Dutch off-grid homesteading is coming over from Holland for the shindig.
I am to the booth. That ain't happening.
Oh yeah, can you imagine tying Jason to a booth? I
mean, the only thing I can do is set a trap and catch him in it, and then maybe just keep him there from that point.
I bet we can figure out something.
Hey,
Grizz,
I happen to know somebody who has an 1880s bear trap. I can set it. I'm just saying.
it takes a
Yeah,
village.
there you go.
There you
Broussard
go.
says we're all responsible for Jason. It takes a village.
I love it. That was perfect.
That's supposed to be my best friend talking that
I
smack.
know. No, he's not talking smack. He's just taking responsibility for you. He must have
It's not
had enough
talking
to drink.
smack if it's the truth.
Grizz, we need
He's a Marine. Give him a break.
Grizz, we need
His chest
a
is
leather
outside
belt.
Department of the Navy.
Grizz, we need a leather belt with a hoop on it to hook Smudge's leash on it for Jason, so he can't get away.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I can do
That's
that.
doable. So,
Although a bear at Homestead would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be funny. Irony.
I just want to know, are you going to be calling the hogs again?
Hell no. I mean,
Yeah.
no.
Yes, you will. Yep.
Did you see the kind of season they had this year? No.
She called him at the HOA with him.
I did. There's film of it, too.
I was there in person for the shindig last year, seeing the calling of the hogs.
Yeah, yeah. There were quite a few of you. Brett and Amy were there for that.
Yep.
Yep.
we wanted to be there, but my dad was in town and I hadn't seen him in like a year. And I love y'all, but I wanted to see my daddy.
Oh, sure.
I can understand that.
Understandable.
Well, there's that.
Hey, that excuse only works once every decade, so.
Well,
You're
see,
so-
and next year
you're
starts
so
a new-
original.
Next year starts a new one.
This summer he's getting an RV, and he actually said that if something like that happened, he would just come with us.
That would be cool.
And he actually is a writer, so he was like, I'll just get a booth wherever y'all are at and sell my books.
There you go. I like that idea.
Okay,
Miss Allison, how are you?
The phone line is open. The number is scrolling across the top of the screen there. If you call in, your YouTube does have to be muted, or else we'll get all that bad echoes and what have you. So, but it's open to anybody that'd like to call. Numbers scrolling across the top of the screen.
Audrey has been known to use duct tape and staple people to the floor. Is that before or after they lick the fences?
Look, save the world.
Yeah. Oh, it now has Coke and vodka.
Whatever you do,
Papa
don't
Z's
lick
on his
the
way. He
fence.
has Coke and vodka. And Mama Z's going to be at the
Difference, I
Bayou
never licked the
Bash.
fence, but her
Coke
nose
and
has touched
vodka.
it before.
Yep. Coke and vodka.
Wow.
Blaze keeps losing fence testers, so he just grabs it now.
Oh, jeez.
He's like, that's good.
Look, do y'all want to hear about our Christmas Eve?
Go ahead and tell
Go
us.
for it. Let's hear it.
So, I'm at work on Monday, the 23rd, when I get a phone call that bull has been seen in the pasture
Oh,
across the
I
road.
hate those phone calls.
I'm at work. I'm in a hospital. I can't just leave. So somebody calls the sheriff, and the sheriff comes up and scares the bull off into the woods, so we can't find him until he shows up down the road at a construction site on Christmas Eve.
Jeez.
We managed to get a rope on him, and wrestle him half the way back home, and then we had to tie him to a truck and drag him the rest of the way because his stubborn little tail said no.
How old was he? Or is he?
He's 2.
Okay. Oh, God. So he's a big boy.
Well, he's a Dexter. He's 3 foot tall.
Oh,
and will
okay,
never
good.
get any bigger. But he's still 1,000 pounds of.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
We our dairy cow, until we got a bull, she would just go on walkabouts to go find her some, and she's a little horn dog, and she made it down all the way down to the fire department one day, and Jason had to go all the way down to the fire department
Because we know how them firemen are around livestock.
How did I know?
Firemen in their home.
Don't anybody pay any attention to Grizz out there. It's not $3.50 an hour. It's $5 an hour.
and we had to go. We had to walk her all the way back, and it was fun.
Yeah, I was doing really good until he decided he was full and he didn't want his range cubes anymore.
Yeah.
And that only got him about halfway home. And then it was funny because then Grizz got a rope on him, and it was, Katie bar the door, because then they were fighting. And him versus a 900-pound bull, because even though he's 3 foot tall, he's still.
Yeah, he's stout, and his leverage, because he's only so tall. He's got you beat.
No, I actually had him beat until he would turn his head away from him. When I kept his head toward me, I could actually take him wherever I wanted him to, and he couldn't stop me. But when he'd turn that head and get them hind legs built into it,
Yep, that was it.
And the breaking of the straw was that, his stamina is a little bit better than mine. It's been a day or two since I've played football, so when he finally I lost it all, he finally started dragging me around. So then we took and put him on an F-150 and drug him home.
There you go. And it was the only way. So one of our next videos will be the trailer getting a new floor so that we don't have to do that again.
Yeah. Not having a livestock trailer can be really frustrating.
Jason, I see the Naked Gardener has joined us here.
Hello, Naked Gardener. Long time no see.
What?
Fell asleep on my couch.
I have proof.
Okay, we got a caller here, looks like.
Well, you fed him rather well, I guess.
This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
This is Red from Kiss My Grass.
Well, hi, Red.
How you doing, kiddo?
Hello, hello.
I'm doing great.
Kiss my grass.
I tell you what, my heart about beat out of my chest when I found out how many people were, also Scadians, because I used to be in the SCA many years ago.
Well, we still play. We have a lot of fun with it.
Oh, I had a blast with it. I did. I used to fence in my wheelchair. I had a joke going around that no one could take my legs out from underneath me because I never used them anyways.
We actually have a young lady down here in Glen Aubin who fences out of her wheelchair. Unfortunately, about the only thing she really gets to make is Gulf Wars. But she's really good, and normally when she runs in tourneys, she normally comes in between 2nd and 4th.
That's cool. Yeah, I used to be, I don't know if y'all ever heard of Black Diamond.
Say again?
Black Diamond. It's a section of FCA. It's from Virginia, the Black Diamond.
Oh, see, I don't know anything that far over. With us being down here in Mississippi, we know some of Meridias, we know Glen Aubin, and Glen Aubin was a principality of Meridias originally. So I started the game as a Meridian, and we're now Glen Aubins.
It was a lot of fun. I'm sorry.
Hold on, we'll be right
Go
back.
ahead.
I'm sorry, repeat that, Nathan. Nathan,
I said I remember when Glen Aubin was still a principality. They wasn't even a full kingdom yet.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, I've been a couple of times. I mean, War of the Wings, which is in North Carolina. Plus, there's been several here in Virginia that I've went to. Had a blast with all of them.
Oh, I always love going to them. It gives me a chance to connect with some folks that I need to in different ways, and I always enjoy every time we get to go. We just don't get to go as much as we used to.
Robin, you saw what he wrote to you, didn't you?
Oh yes, I did.
I thought so.
He told me.
Yeah,
he
I
was
remember we were at the War of the Wings, and kind of downhill, and I just lifted up my arms and just let the wheelchair take, emotion down, and this knight stepped out, and I went past him, and my son was chasing after me. You're gonna wreck, and I went. That's where I came up with it. It's not the let me think how it is. It's not the ride you got to worry about. It's a sudden stop at the end.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Good Lord.
And the night he burst out laughing, and I was still going.
I did that at Gulfport.
The only connecting I ever did at SCA Wars is my sword up beside somebody's head.
Ooh.
Well, we actually tell people that the SCA was my pickup line. See, when Grizz and I started going out, he was fairly nasty divorce at the time. And I came walking up to him one day. We were both working in the hospital, and I said, I've got the perfect hobby for you. You can go hit people with sticks and not go to jail. And he went, sign me up. And that was 11 years ago.
It can be an expensive hobby.
It can be that. And I don't know any more than we really do, because sometimes you just can't afford it and life has to come first.
Yeah, that's true. I got a friend who's been in it like 20 years. She goes by the name of Strulet. And she's got some spunk in her. And she's a tiny little thing. I think she's like 5 foot. But when she packs those wallops, she packs them.
We got Bear Killer and Bowden.
I was going to say, we've got Duke John Bear Killer, who's the president of the SCA, lives actually right up the road in Memphis. And he's a good friend of ours. We've had the Society Seneschal and several others here. So, but I'm a yellow belt and he's a green belt, so.
I wonder what percentage of homesteaders are involved in the SCA.
That's what I was kind of wondering.
What?
Never heard about it until today.
I know 5.
I'm sorry, Nathan, what'd you say?
I know 5.
You know 5.
We can start our own.
I only know
Wildcat
5.
Hollow
Or
Farms
6.
Well, there's you, there's me and Grizz, Mike over at Wildcat Hollow Farms in Missouri. There's several that we know of, but it all kind of seems to go in that same vein, because you're trying to, it's a lot of camping, so it's a lot of outdoors and learning how to do that sort of thing. And if you want to do the more arts and sciences of it, you're wanting to learn the old way of doing things anyway, not necessarily, pioneer 1800s. You're going back even further, but a lot of it is actually can be carried over very easily into your homesteading life.
I knew a lady, I can't remember her name off the bat, but she would take the wool from, the sheep and all, and she would spin it and then make things out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I spin. I do nail binding. I can't knit or crochet to save my life.
What?
Yeah. It doesn't work in my head, but I can take a single needle and I can make you socks and hats and stuff, and
Viking style.
it comes out very similar. It's a Viking Coptic style.
That's cool. Yeah, I got more into scriptorium, drawing the scripts and writing up the scripts. And I think one of my favorite memories of that time was when one of the scripts that I had been given was given to the queen. I mean, to the king's daughter.
That's always fun.
I see
Oh, my
Hank's
Lord,
in
you
here.
need to come
He
see
has an
what
invitation.
Jason has on his head.
What?
I can't describe it. You need to just come look. I promise it'll be worth it.
How about you, Hank? Why aren't you on the screen here? I sent you an invite.
Well, I want to wish everyone a Merry
Hey.
Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah. I'm going to jump off, let someone else in.
Okay, well, we have plenty of room here.
I think Jason starved for attention.
We didn't have horns, Jason. Take them things off.
Oh, that's just awesome. I just looked up at the screen. That's just awesome.
You're gonna burn up. Take that off. It's like 80 degrees in here.
Yes, Cecilia, that is Jason.
73 degrees today down here.
Yeah.
Heck, we were in the
You know
70s
what?
today.
I love Jason. I love Jason's, humor. I love it.
He's got his Yoda hat on.
Hank didn't see your invite.
Hey, Jason, that's fried squash.
Hank, check your email, Hank. You should have an invite that's click comply.
That was awesome. I got to get my son one of those. He'd wear it. I know him. He'd wear it.
Oh, Lordy. Yoda.
No, you'd wear it.
What's that hat, Jason?
He's got a bunch of them.
Hey, Sherry, I'm going to have to send him one of our mugs.
Oh, yeah, I think that would be perfect. That
One
would
of
be
the
perfect.
mugs. What is that?
I don't know. It's not like we know anybody else that has a mug.
Not like yours.
Yeah,
Jason.
I got Kiss My Grass. I just done them
They're still
today.
in here.
And on one side's a rooster, on the other side, which, as I said, would fit perfect with Jason's personality,
They're being awful.
is Cockadoodle Don't.
Oh, okay. Huh. That's cool.
Jump off. That's about the way it usually is here.
Mm-hmm.
6 foot up.
Yeah, speaking of doing the dishes, I got to do the dishes because I'm going to be busy for the next week. Oh, Lordy mercy. Well, I'm going to hop off here. I hope everyone has a wonderful night.
Thank you for calling
Merry
in,
Christmas.
Raz.
All right, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, honey.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy
Thank
Yule.
you.
Happy Yule. There you go.
And happy New Year's.
Happy chocolate covered pretzels.
Ooh, I still got chocolate covered crack over there in the freezer or refrigerator.
Oh, those are Buckeyes.
What was that?
I'm making those tomorrow.
Have y'all ever heard of 7-Up biscuits or chocolate covered gravy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. and yes.
Ew.
I've heard of
Yes
it.
and yes.
I've heard of it only because of the homesteading community.
We make 7-Up biscuits often. I don't know about chocolate gravy.
Chocolate gravy is great. My grandmother used to make it, and we put it on pancakes when I'd be staying at her house.
Is it the same concept? Like you make a base and then add chocolate, or what? I mean,
Hers was, it was almost like a milk gravy, but rather than flour, you were using cocoa and sugar. And
okay.
you cooked it. Now, I've seen recipes that have Coca-Cola in them, and I've never tried one of those, but hers didn't have Coca-Cola in it, so I have no desire to try those. But bless my grandmother's heart, she was one of those that, well, honey, it's about this much, and it's a handful of this and a pinch of that. And
Yep.
couldn't write a recipe to save her life.
Those are the good recipes.
Single
Now,
dad.
I've never heard of the gravy or the biscuits, but the biscuits I'm willing to try. Gravy, I'm not sure.
Single dad Marco Polo'd me earlier today when Sydney was here, and he was like, "Yeah, we're getting ready."
Wait.
to
Someone Marco Polo'd you? What?
And I'm like, "What?
Like, what is that?
What is that?"
7-Up biscuits are almost like an Irish soda bread.
That's
Okay.
exactly what it is. It's an Irish soda bread that was brought to the New World, and it was done in Appalachian Mountain.
Okay.
I'm surprised I never heard of them coming from West Virginia.
Well, it's because it's West Virginia.
Play nice.
Best Buy guy.
No.
Here's some stuff we picked up. I think it was in Michigan. Orange cream rum.
Orange cream. What?
Orange green rum?
Orange cream rum.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought you said orange green rum.
No, orange cream.
It's like a dreamsicle.
You're not the only one that can be a polo hoochie, Brett.
Polo hoochie?
I can get a side polo.
He's trying to make me believe that I'm the only one that he Marco Polos, and I know everybody knows better. He's just so needy and so
Brett don't
jealous.
polo me like he used to.
He's cheating on Jason.
He's cheating on me, y'all.
Does anybody want any wine?
That looks
I'm
good.
gonna need something to put up with this guy.
Is that Boone's Farm there, Sherry?
And Arbor Mist Pink Moscato Raspberry.
He used to polo me every morning and around lunchtime, check on me, talking about how you doing, and keep me up with everything that was going on, and then whammo.
Well, Daryl
Once
City
he has
Girl
you-
says that stuff's
What?
delicious.
Yeah.
She must know
He
it's
started
good cider.
disrespecting me and got him a little side polo.
I see Practical Modern Homestead is in the chat here. She's got her
Every day I have to hear about
Okay.
how Jason misses me so much. The other day he was actually even dressing like me and eating the same foods as me.
He had on a Broussard Homestead t-shirt. We were eating etouffee. And there was something else. It was you were dressed like him, you were eating like him, there was something else, Brett. What was it?
I don't remember.
I was trying to get my belly big like him.
No, there was something else. You're like, man, you man crushing on me today.
Jeez, I haven't had any alcohol, and that includes wine coolers, in over 10 years.
Oh, Lord.
That reminds me, we have beer to make.
Oh,
Yeah, I got 10 gallons of beer to make.
Oh, 10 gallons?
I like
honey
that.
mead.
Arbor Mist is
You
responsible.
can't-
Honey mead. Oh my God, that stuff's good.
We have mead aging.
I was going to say, I have mead that's already aging, but I've got 2 beers I've got to make.
Yeah, and you can't actually make beer in less than
About a 5
in
gallon
about a
batch.
5-gallon batch. Is about as small as most beer recipes will go. So you kind of stuck. You kind of have to do it in increments of 5 gallons. But he has 2 beer recipes and it's 5 gallons apiece, so 10 gallons. We may show up at the shindig with some beer.
Hey,
Will y'all help me drink it?
heck yeah.
You know I will.
I'm down for trying some homemade beer. I don't like any of this crap that they sell in the stores. It's
I'm sure you're going to find some people that'll help.
swill.
The other one's an IPA.
No,
One of them's a pale ale,
Beer
one's
since I
an
came back
IPA.
from Germany.
no, she's talking about what she doesn't like about the modern beers. We may need to make sati intake.
I can bring Sati.
Modern beers
Yeah,
is like you're in it.
I need to put some belly dancing jingle on.
Hey,
Well, I mean, I was in my 20s. I drank Boone's Farm, but that's because I didn't know any better.
ugh.
Then I tried that honey mead, and oh my gosh.
With Captain Crunch?
Didn't we bring Brett some?
Yep. Yep.
Brett only likes that
Boone's Farm and
firewater.
Captain Crunch.
Brett, Amy, didn't we have some mead and y'all tried it?
No, it wasn't me. You brought some kind of wine.
That's the me.
That's mead. Mead is a honey wine.
Honey wine.
Instead of using grapes,
what?
you use honey.
Good job.
Okay.
Brett.
Leave him alone.
Good job.
This is why you don't
Ignore
have
that
friends.
guy. Jason, the adults are talking.
Let me know when one starts talking there. Oh, Dragger.
Hank,
I didn't realize it was.
Hank
I didn't
just
realize
said
it
I
was
never
meat that you
tasted
brought.
alcohol. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Actually, Hank, that's not crazy. My sister's 60 years old and has never touched a drop of alcohol in her life.
Ain't no problem with that.
I was gonna say I drink so little, but it's funny because I enjoy making it I have a rose hip mead that's aging right now, but nobody's allowed to touch it until September.
Well, it takes 3 years for mead to actually.
Properly aged so that it tastes right.
Yeah.
I don't know. We had some pretty good stuff.
I'm still waiting on Brett to properly age.
It was about a year.
Well, if bread ain't properly aged by now, we got a problem.
I've been improperly aging.
I just love those looks Amy's given every now and again.
More about
See,
it.
Amy, that's why we got our slams in first.
Yeah.
What have you got,
I'm
Nate?
just sitting back and wondering how bad is this going to get.
Nathan's eating olives.
Oh, there's a party foul in the chat. Papa Z's bringing up Mad Dog 2020. Oh,
God.
terrible.
The vapors.
Yeah, I've never even tried it.
You ain't missing nothing.
You don't. You did. Yeah, you haven't missed anything. Trust me.
Nothing but a bad hangover.
I've actually never had a hangover in my life.
Bread is dry.
Yeah,
aged.
well, I at one night I drank Mad Dog, and it did not turn good. It turned out good because I was a passenger in the car. I didn't realize we were driving, and I tried to step outside the car.
Oh.
Oh,
That's always fun.
Yep.
That'll stop you up short.
Yeah.
At first,
Yeah.
doozy.
Speaking about getting drunk, the last time I got drunk was October of 1991. I drove what should have took me 45 minutes. I drove it in 17 minutes and wrecked into a tree on my square of the town that I lived in, and that made me realize real quick, fast, and in a hurry, I didn't want to drink and get drunk no more.
Good Lord.
Ooh.
Yeah, that 2020 is what done me in. I'm like,
1991, I was 14.
Shut up, Jason.
Okay, Jason, one of my favorite things to remind him is that I was only like 3 when he graduated
good
high school.
Lord. Yeah, my land, you got that right, Sydney. And here we are hosting.
So
these
what you're
kids.
saying, this whole Christmas thing is new to him because Jesus wasn't born yet when he was a kid.
That's like that active part in that comment.
That's okay.
all right, guys, once again, I'm gonna wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You take care,
Merry
Red.
Christmas, Happy New Year.
Love you, honey.
Happy Yule.
Bye, all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, bye.
1991.
You mean with all that gray in his beard, he ain't as old as I am?
No. Ain't no way. Nope.
So what you're saying is Army age a lot better than Marines.
If you talking about aging like milk,
Hey, when you gonna come out to the house and go shooting with me?
I don't even know where you live.
Missouri.
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
North Mississippi. I got a 3-gun gun range. You need to come on out and shoot with us sometime.
Okay.
Start off with an AR. You go down. You change out to your tactical shotgun and go down to the pistol. And then from the pistol is the throwing range with axes and knives.
Why?
Robin won't let him play with ARs.
Robin, take another drink. There she goes.
Well, Nathan, when are you coming down?
Eventually.
If I hear AR one more time, shush.
AR. Armalite.
I see if that was me talking about going somewhere, Jason would be crying like a baby.
Well, now look, Brett, we've invited you and Amy up, and we have the AR that you can borrow. It's not like you've got to even bring anything.
Maybe I'll go
We'll
to your
ask you to
place.
bring your own ammo because ammo's expensive.
Yeah,
Look,
but the
here
problem
he goes.
with that is
Here
that
he
once
goes.
he likes it, then I'm gonna have to buy him one.
He should have 3 or 4 right now.
He don't have.
Jason, you gotta get in order, man.
There you go.
What,
Wonder-
Nathan?
How did I know
He already
Wanderlust
knows
would
the
do
AR
that?
platform.
Nathan's working on it.
Look, Robin, what you do is you tell him that he has to buy you one first, and then he can have his.
I don't want to shoot.
Am I wrong?
No.
I have no desire to shoot an AR.
You buy the woman.
That's
there
what
was
she
their
said
gun
about a
first.
pistol too.
I'm not even gonna comment on that.
I mean,
I am
love
so
the
not
ARs
reading
going
these
down through the
comments right
comments.
Armor light, armor light, armor light, armor light.
I was shooting a Mini 14 and a 7mm earlier.
See, all my friends have guns.
I know you're the black sheep of the family.
I'm the one that suffers from domestic violence.
Yeah.
Neglect.
Neglect.
That's what it is. Neglect.
You were just
It's
so,
AR neglect.
you were so neglected.
I mean, every year you ask me, what do you want for Christmas? I say AR, and then you're like, shut up. So why you even ask?
Shut your mouth.
You'll get what mama gives you.
Hey, Jason, we can build one from the ground up. It's no problem.
Yo, stop.
We'll get a lower, and then we'll get an upper, then we'll get a trigger kit, then we'll get a barrel. We'll put it all together. It won't take that long.
Actually, when you come out to see us, Jason, we have somewhere we're going to need to take you because they'll actually customize your lower. You can get anything laser engraved in it and then get it Cerakoted however
My
you
lower's
want.
pretty customized. already.
We're
you,
not even going there.
Robin, are you listening to that?
We're not even going
Robin,
there.
Robin, are you hearing that? Jason can get his lower customized.
Oh yeah, I just heard all about it. I got whispered off camera about it.
They can even make some tingly for it.
And then Monday night we already talked about the butt hairs.
Oh.
Sorry, be parted in the middle.
Exactly, Nathan.
Well, you notice Brett and Amy aren't exactly joining in.
Look, they got their hands over their mouth.
Well, you know this Ebola. You don't want to give anybody this
Brett's
Ebola.
wiping his eye.
What's
I'm loving
wrong,
this.
Brett? Can't you handle it?
I've got some backup with this guy now. I love this.
I thought I was having to work on some color correction here.
Yeah, big dream. And Maria went south fast this time. And we don't even see Johnny in the background right now. Yes, I did.
Everybody's got your number.
Oh, she was under the blankets.
I don't even want to touch that one either.
Under the blankets, getting that lower customized.
Under the blankets with Seymour Butts. Oh, was that under the bleachers? I don't know. And I don't even have any booze. Look at how red Amy is.
He said
My
Northern
God,
Mississippi.
she's as red as Jason and Robin's shirt.
To get my lower customized. I'm just saying.
Robin, look for the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss. That's our town.
Where they live at?
They're in Georgia.
But we're in northern Georgia, so that's why I was like wondering if it's kind of a.
It's almost just. It is. You got to go down to Birmingham and then back up to us if you're going to stay on main interstates.
Who needs main interstates?
If you go back way, it'll take about 7.5 hours. If you're coming from Stone Mountain, Georgia area, it'll take you about 7 hours to get here.
Oh, that means it's about 9 hours then, because we're like 2 hours from. Well, no, closer to 3. So it's probably closer to. Let's see.
No, it wouldn't take them up through Tennessee.
Okay, so, well, I don't know that that's accurate, but it's saying like 6 hours and 46 minutes.
Taking you through Tennessee?
Nope, it's taking me through Birmingham.
Okay.
How far are you from Birmingham?
3 hours?
That's about right then. Yeah. Because it's about 4. It's about 4. So it's probably a little bit more because of traffic, because they're not taking into account traffic.
Yeah.
It's probably in the 7-ish range. That would be.
How far are you?
3 hours. We were 3 hours from Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about 7 hours. If we left early in the morning and we beat Atlanta traffic, it wouldn't be nearly as, we'd be able to make it closer to the 6:45 than the 7:30. What I would think.
I was thinking, say, I'm used to driving to Texas on a regular basis, so anything below 12 hours is not.
Yeah, that's a day trip for us.
Well, I've been making so many commutes to Atlanta now because I'm going to Atlanta like once a week. So that 3 hours is nothing. So going, just a little bit further to Birmingham and then 3 hours from there, that's a day trip.
Jason.
Let me clearly tell you, I want some.
Brett's just sitting back there looking all lonesome. How are you doing, Brett?
Well, we're doing great.
Apparently.
I hopped into their live earlier while I was at work. I couldn't stay long.
What you got going?
Yeah.
I'm about to get some hot cocoa and some gingerbread cookies, so I'm doing wonderful.
Who said you're going to gingerbread cookies?
Yeah, give me some gingerbread cookies.
I'm putting the gingerbread cookies.
Because you love me.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sure.
You need counsel.
What's going on tonight? There's Lindsay.
I guess so.
Yeah, Atlanta traffic is no bueno. I don't like Atlanta at all.
I have never been to Atlanta, but I have been told that I am a Memphis driver trapped in Mississippi.
Have you heard my story about what happened to me in traffic one day? I literally was driving down the road and this guy starts to pass me. I look over and he's got a piece of paper that he's written on there. You're a dumb
Ass.
on the piece of paper. And apparently he's used this several times for other people. Like, this is his road rage. And I'm like, I'm dying laughing. I'm like, really?
Oh, that's all right. I got stopped on Lamar up in Memphis just right before you get to 240.
Mm-hmm.
And, when someone pulls up next to you, you just kind of glance over at them.
Right.
I glanced over at him, and he had a 9mm, and he had it pushed up right up against the window of my truck.
We lived in Horn Lake, just south of Memphis at the time.
Holy crap.
I had just left the gun store, and I had a double-barrel shotgun sitting in the front seat, and so I just eased it up out of my truck window like that. Needless to say, even though the traffic was going the other way, he went through the intersection, missing 2 cars, trying to get away from me.
I bet.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time we've had a gun pulled on us in Memphis.
Yeah.
People
Memphis
wonder
is
why
no
I walk
bueno.
around loaded all the time. Just saying.
Well, we have a lot of friends that live in Memphis, and literally the first question we ask when we come over to their house is, where do you live, so we know how much ammo to bring?
Nice.
Well, one day when I was up there, there's a part of Memphis that's called Orange Mound. It is like, literally, it's to the point that the police department does not go into it after nightfall with no less than 6 vehicles. Each vehicle has 2 officers at all times.
Holy crap.
And they go in as a WAD if they have a shooting in there or something. I made the mistake during the daytime to go into that part of the area, and I got to a 4-way stop, and the guy walked up, 4 of them walked up with guns pointing them at my truck and telling me that I didn't need to come down in there, that they had business that they were taking care of, and I need to turn my white, back around and leave.
Okay, I'm dying because the cop is telling me I need an AR. I'm just
Yes,
saying.
you need to listen. You need to listen.
Hey, we can build you an AR platform on the 300.
You're speaking Egyptian to me right now. I have no clue what you're saying. You start talking customizing uppers and lowers and trigger kits and blah, 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 blah. You might as well be talking.
I'll customize your upper and lower this
I
evening.
bet you will. You're going to try at least.
I'm going to take it. You keep drinking. I'm going to take care of it really good.
Oh, this is going south quick. I can tell.
Amy.
Robin, do you work in the morning?
No, oh no, I'm out.
Breathe, Amy.
There's going to be
Breathe.
a lot of customizing.
Breathe, Amy. Just breathe.
This is great.
Look, Amy has snacks. She's happy. She's good.
Look, Amy looks like she's at the movie. She's just sitting back watching the entertainment.
Yep.
Cheshire Cat.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I got
You know what
gingerbread
I think is
cookies.
interesting is y'all are all talking about Memphis. We went through Memphis because that's close to where Bon Terre, where Nunda lives. And we stopped there on the way to the shindig. And I'm pretty sure we got not lost, but kind of lost and turned around in Memphis. And I remember thinking to myself, we are probably not in a very good area right now.
Well, you laugh about it, but coming down 55 just outside of Jackson, there's an exit called Exit 144.
It's Pickens, Mississippi.
Pickens, Lexington, Mississippi. We pulled off there one time coming back from the Gulf Wars that we talk about that we're going to be at this year, the SCA thing. And when we pulled off of there, there was a shootout. The shootout was at 4:10 in the afternoon. My 3 kids, my wife here, got to watch a gentleman die in front of them that got shot with an AR. What was funny, AK. What was funny was the cop, the MBI, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation officer that took care of it. The camera was right in front of us, and when the shooting started, I turned around and reached for my gun that's normally on my side. I was in perfect form, and he goes, "What were you reaching for?" And I said, "Well, I was reaching for my gun, but the particular place we was at, we couldn't carry guns on site even at all."
Right.
And he goes, "Well, what were you going to do?" And I said, "I was going to shoot him in the back of the head like a damn dog." And the officer's like, "You can't tell me that." And I was like, "You asked me what I was going to do."
I'll ask the question if you don't want to hear the answer.
But what was funny about that was them 2 got caught before we even left the store that day, because I stayed. As soon as they run off, I grabbed the first aid kit that I always carry with me, and I ran to try to give him first aid, but he was already gone. He bled out internally. And then at that point, I turned it over to a crime scene, so I started marking all the rounds and the cell phones, the guns, and everything else that were laying on the ground.
Yeah.
And the cop come up and goes, "Well, I don't even know why y'all called me out if you've already got the scene secure and you've already done." So,
because we legally can't do this.
Amy's eating gingerbread.
Yeah, Brett said they were men.
It's not my fault. Abby made fresh gingerbread cookies for the first time today. And this is the first time I've ever eaten fresh gingerbread. And I am hooked.
How is it?
See, this one, Amy said this one is in italics.
But how do you,
You gotta tell the story of what happened with that, though. You gotta explain it to
Some
her.
of these cookies are so
His leg
misshapen.
broke off.
We have a Rachel cookie. It's like, instead of being this tall, it's like this tall.
That's not nice at all. She's gonna beat you over the kneecap for that.
I know.
Reach it.
And Brad, how do you know the gingerbread man? Could be a gingerbread.
Need shin guards.
So I take it her gingerbread turned out good.
But
Oh, it's amazing. I've eaten like 6 or 8 cookies
Believe it
already.
or not, Amy and I have never had homemade gingerbread before. This is our first time ever.
That's
And
true.
Abby did a bang up job.
That's true. Naturally, see, you can't name them right. Right when they come out of the oven. They're allowed to change their minds.
Yeah, Abby definitely needs to do a video on these gingerbread cookies because they came out amazing.
Gotta remember to turn
I'm
the
not the
timer
one
on the
hitting.
oven.
People in the chat are telling you need to do a video on that.
Abby does have her own channel. If you haven't seen her channel, it's featured on our channel on our channel. It's Abby's Kitchen. She has a few videos up.
Sorry, Rachel.
No, you're not.
Abby needs more videos up.
all right.
It's a gnome gingerbread.
Hey, hey, Big Sprout, you should have some. You should have an invitation in your email, sir.
Right.
I think these people that are making all this stuff need to send the old folks some so they can taste it.
Yeah.
I don't know how well they would do in the mail. I've seen what the postal people do to our boxes. So
Well, give it a shot and I'll let you know.
Hey, I know what postal people do to rare seed catalogs.
Yeah.
Right?
Speaking of which, look what I got for Christmas today. Somebody loved me so much that they brought me one.
Well, considering there was only one person that I know that came to your house today besides Santa.
Not only did he bring me the whole seed catalog, he also brought me the makings for bagels and lox today.
He brought you what?
The makings to do bagels and lox.
Sydney, you brought her makings for bagels and lox.
Oh yeah. We had bagels with cream cheese and
Sydney, we need to talk.
Because that's an entire cup and your cup is gigantic.
Because I'm the only one here that'll eat lox.
Lord have mercy.
Gingerbread crumbs are good too.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them pick your toes anymore.
Let them be doctors and lawyers.
You should want more cookies.
Anybody want another drink?
That was Jason.
Sorry.
Oh, they could hear me on there?
Yes.
Oh.
Apparently, Grizzly forgot that there's a microphone over here running. I love you too.
I'm giving you a favor because you're the number one bird in my paradise.
Where did Brett go? Amy, where did Brett go?
He went to go Marco
He went
Polo.
to microwave his hot cocoa.
That was funny.
He's probably polo on his side piece.
Right there.
Polo and Nathan right now.
Look at him check his phone.
Nathan, are you
Hey,
Brett's
sexy,
side piece?
how are you?
Look at him.
Yep. Brett likes them bald.
Oh.
You can just see the thought process going through there.
Hey, Nathan, want to hang out?
Dad's absent.
He can't Marco Polo right now because his phone is being used as our camera.
Ah, okay.
It's okay when I come to his house.
He ain't been active for 2 hours. Yeah, right here.
I was gonna say Grizz was trying to send him one too.
Jason was active 11 minutes ago.
Sherry, did I hear you say that you like bagels and lox?
Yes, ma'am. I was brought up on that stuff.
All right, so the next time you come down, we'll have it. We've decided today, we decided from now on that's going to be breakfast on Christmas morning.
Oh, no,
my real friend,
ourselves to build something weird with Brett and Nathan.
a lot of people don't like lox. My kids can't stand it.
Oh, my kids will fight over it. Like this morning, I was counting because there were 6 bagels in there, and I was like, okay, there's 5 of us and 1 of him. That's 6, so everybody gets a bagel.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Abby.
I do bagels.
Abby, I can't wait to meet you.
Daryl do the bagels, not the lox.
See, now I've actually had bad bagels and lox, so if they're good, I love them. But I've actually had.
How is it bad?
I think what ended up happening was somebody like bought them the day before and brought them to work.
Oh.
And they let them like sit out on their counter before they brought them to work, and it was just like it wasn't spoilt, but it was almost spoilt. Does that make sense?
It was the wrong side of the fish.
Hi, City Girl Country Heart.
Hey, Abby, how you doing, sweetie?
Hi, Miss Abby.
Abby!
You stop
Jason.
being a butt.
Tell Jason he sounds like Lejeune then. Willow! Willow!
Oh, I wear aprons, so she had scrap
Oh
over
my
it.
God, that was too funny.
I'm not even talking to that guy anymore.
What, Jason?
I don't want to talk to him anymore. He's not existent.
He said he ain't gonna talk to you anymore.
You are dead to me.
Oh, come on. He wanted to be your polo side piece.
I said good day.
I'm a big damn side piece is all I got to say.
Was it dropped? Was it dropped on the floor? That's what I was wondering, Sydney. Like, how is it possible to be bad?
Hey, we're making pickles tonight.
Another glass of wine, anybody?
Oh, wow.
Lord.
You started something in the comments.
Oh, you all must have not seen the comment that Jareth put on Facebook today that somebody made on one of her YouTube videos.
What was it?
About her yelling Willow in her voice. I'll just leave it at that, and you need to go
check out the Facebook.
Go check it out.
Yeah, I just saw it about 5 minutes ago.
Did you?
Her response was
Pastor down at the Broussard's Bayou Bash, I walked up to her and asked her why she was always screaming into the phone. I said, "We can hear you fine. The microphone works okay."
That's where we stayed when we went to the Bayou Bash, and trust me, she is out there every morning screaming for Willow and Daniel.
But they are absolutely wonderful people.
They are. It was great.
They are wonderful.
Oh, I agree with that. They're great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Willow!
Yep. Yep, she does. Yep. And that goat, when they had to go to, they went somewhere, and Willow came to the door, and Denise, Gemini Homestead, wasn't going to let Willow in the house, and Willow stood there at the door, and you could have sworn she was calling for her mother.
I noticed she's still having a problem catching that critter.
Petty much?
Nope, not petty at all. I'm just stating the fact.
I ate it.
I agree. He's not pretty at all.
I ate it, and I ate it.
I feel like
embedded.
we've missed something over here.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna have to fill me in later, probably out of here.
Yeah, I ate it and embedded on that one.
I know, right?
Yep, and I will continue to do so.
Oh, that was a class act there, Sherry. How you did that?
You
I
like
know,
that?
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good stick up for mine. You got that right.
Broadside.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, Grace Andrews, how are you, dear?
What you drinking, Abby?
Hot cocoa. Same as mom and
hot
dad.
cocoa or just cocoa?
It's hot cocoa now.
Did you overcook the cocoa, Abby?
No.
Gingerbread cookie.
It wasn't hot enough, apparently.
Sorry.
Morris Patch, how are you?
It was warm.
It was not warm when I took it out of the microwave.
It did not cool off that much from over there to over here.
It was hot.
Okay, folks are asking what lox is. All lox is a fillet of salmon that is brined.
And it's smoked.
And
It's
smoked.
raw. It's raw.
Smoked.
It's
Right.
And you
It's
usually
cooked
eat it
down.
on a bagel, sometimes with cream cheese, tomato, red onion. This is something I was brought up with.
And also capers.
and Sydney got some Philadelphia cream cheese that had jalapenos on it.
Yeah, the spicy jalapeno cream
Yes.
cheese.
That's what he said.
And then they also had garlic and herb. So
I
you
was
can
like,
have fun with it.
What?
Yeah.
Loma wants to know what address you sent his invite to. That's okay. I'll go grab it. And Chris, I will send it to your Facebook. Because he sent out the invite, so I don't know.
Where'd Brent go?
Go find a side piece.
I don't know.
Is he powdering?
Is he pouting?
No, he's powdering his
Powdering his nose?
I'm guessing he went to the bathroom. I have no idea. He just walked
he's
off.
dropping news. He's been gone long enough. He's supposed to
I don't ask and I don't want to know.
You'll probably smell it in a minute.
You don't have to ask in this house.
Robin, I'm guessing you must do that on a regular basis because you got that move down pat.
If I could only figure out the windswept snap, we'd be in good shape.
I see why Jason says he's so abused.
I see one of you and one of Dad.
Yeah.
I bet if we're really quiet, we could probably hear Brett. The boudin got him backed up.
I almost spit hot chocolate at Brett's laptop.
I was just about to take a sip of it, and I'm glad I didn't.
Wow.
Abby, I hear you made wonderful gingerbread cookies.
But we also understand that they don't know if they're male or female cookies.
Well, they're
What did I miss?
they're genderless cookies.
Papa Z, I really think that's a personal, thing for you. We don't need to know that. That's between you and Mama Z.
Oh, come on, Sherry.
No filter on that, dude. I know, right?
Rachel, do you notice how red she is?
Yeah, someone's sleeping in the hollow.
I really almost spit hot cocoa at Brett's laptop. I can't even talk right.
He would not be happy about that, just saying.
Probably not. I wouldn't either. It's not paid for yet.
Exactly.
Push it out. Shove it out. Way out. Why you reach my man boob like that?
You better watch it.
Because the other things didn't work. And I'm going to keep trying until you stop.
Where's my man titty?
He's never going to stop, Robin. You know this. Short of stabbing him. Maybe that's what we can get Robin when she comes out. Instead of a gun, we can go get her a really nice knife.
I don't know. I've got a really nice one.
Get a pair of needle nose pliers.
Dude, really?
Rachel, she's not getting any less red there. She still matches Robin's shirt.
And I purposely did not wear red.
And Abby's looking at her like, yeah, Mom, you
Okay,
really
Amy,
are
what
red.
did you think was going to happen?
Ooh, look at that. That's pretty.
You don't even want to know.
Oh, we're having knife shows.
Knife shows. That is pretty. Oh, we got
Yep.
two of them there.
Handmade, Elkhorn Handler, Copper Accents, Turquoise, and Amber. We've got a buddy who makes them.
That's pretty. It's a K-bar, Jason. Like, really?
Yes.
Papers have their uses.
Well, we have a
Oh,
fellow.
yeah, they do.
We have a fellow that regularly comes into the chat. He's not here tonight, but
Yeah.
that does a great job. Is
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
This was made by Ben Holler.
He just showed one. It's like $350. Yeah.
Which?
Ooh,
Cardboard wrap.
look at this one.
Hi, Brett. Everything come out okay?
Good Lord, Nathan.
Remember that time you were pooping at Tractor Supply and the lights went out?
Yeah.
Oh, not.
There's
Yep.
Jason go,
Sure do.
I'm blind.
Oh, God, that was good.
Amy had to leave the screen. Look at her.
Oh, that's great.
We're live every Thursday from 8 Central. Just
I
saying.
like what Grace, have y'all seen on Facebook where Grace Andrews says my granddaughter had me use a small angel cookie cutter, and then they cut the heads off before baking them to make Baby Yoda cookies.
Oh my gosh, that is too funny.
Yep. I saw pictures of them on Facebook. I think that's cool.
I was gonna say, I think I saw them on Pinterest the other day, and they came out really cute.
Mama Z, you better go now. And when you're there, get yourself a Depends.
Oh, look, here we go. Got the sword out now.
The sword.
The sword.
The sword.
The sword.
Does that go with your kilt?
No, it's a 1904 U.S. cavalry saber.
I was gonna say.
You know, something the Army would use.
I don't know.
Show off my knife.
What's wrong?
I just have a little pocket knife.
I don't have any. I have a purple and a raspberry gun, but I don't have any knives.
I have a pink gun, but I had to send it back to Beretta. It's got a problem with the ejector.
The Nano.
Yeah, the Nano.
Are we showing off guns?
Ooh,
I guess we could start. We've been showing off knives.
Where's Brett going? Does Brett got the cha-chas?
He had to go get his knife. He was jealous. Everybody else was showing off their knife. He had to show.
I thought he was just moving through a screen door.
He had to show off his knife also.
Is he gonna go put on his MC Hammer pants?
That's Maddie's.
That's our daughter.
Jason's
That's
in his
our daughter.
bucket through the screen door.
Yeah, folks, if we can get up to 100,
Wow.
if we can get up to 100 in here tonight, Brett's going to do his MC Hammer dance.
Easy.
Good Lord. Well, I think it is easy. I saw that night you and Abby did it. So we know you can do it.
Can't help on that at all.
All right, we've got a caller here.
Oh, we got a caller. Thank God for callers.
Maybe.
Do you really think it's going to make it any better,
I
Robin?
was going to say.
This is
No.
Daryl. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Hope.
It's Papa Sprout. Good evening, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Loma Acres.
Well, hello. I expected you to come. I expected you to come in with your video.
I try. Our computer is rather old, and it's not liking me for the past couple weeks.
Let your computer eat carbs.
Well, maybe. I actually think my little Sprout might have actually sent it some carbs by way of a spilled pop the other day.
That would do it. Sort of like when the DVD.
So I hope everybody.
DVD players came in and the little kids would put stuff in there, like on food, and shove it in the DVD players. Yeah.
Big Sprout. He put a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in our last VHS recorder.
There you go. See? Yeah.
We
one
knew
way to-
somebody whose kid used to lick the DVDs before he put them in the DVD player.
That was hilarious.
Lick the DVDs. I wonder who that might have been.
It was
You probably know.
in Tennessee.
Oh my.
Yeah. Quickly, I got someone else who wants to say hi. Tell them your name.
Hello, Sprout.
Hi, little Sprout. How you doing?
Good.
Good. What did you get today from Santa?
I got a skateboard that turns into a scooter. You have to lean to turn it. And I got a book, the big red book of beginner's books.
Wow, you got some pretty cool stuff.
And I got a guitar.
A guitar?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to play a song so you can sing for me.
Yeah.
No, I'll try to learn one by the HOA.
I'll try to learn one by the HOA.
That'll be perfect. We'll get it on film so I can keep it with me.
Tell her sounds good.
Sounds good.
Putting Dad back on.
Put that back on.
I love him.
That was Miss Robbins. See, he said he's excited to see everybody again whenever we can do something. So as he was running away. Guys, I'm not going to stay on very long. I thank you for the invite to stop back on, and Jason, since I've got your ear for a quick second, stay strong on your diet, brother. Do better than I'm doing these past couple weeks.
We're waiting until January 1st, and then we're gonna start hardcore January 1st. So
That's what I'm gonna do here. We had kind of fallen off the wagon, and like, okay, well, let's start between Christmas and New Year so that we can end this year well to start the new one. And then, of course, I don't know if anybody saw it, but my grandmother passed away on Monday. Yes. So that has just thrown everything into loop. So, yeah, our plan is to go back on the 1st as well. So,
it's really hard to try and do it in between all the holidays and everything, too. So it's kind of almost setting yourself up to fail to try and do it in between all those holidays. So it's just a whole lot easier to kind of reset after that's all, because even from Christmas to New Year's, you're still going to have some leftovers here and there. And so it kind of makes it difficult. That's for me. It kind of makes it difficult to do, especially carbs. Like that's really hard to do during the Thanksgiving, Christmas, time frame.
I agree. And to the hosts of the live show here tonight, can I give a plug to myself one time real quick? If not, that's okay.
Go for it, Chris. I know what you're going to plug.
I just put out there's two things I want to plug. One's me personally, and then one's the other thing that I think you're thinking of.
Okay. Go for it.
The first thing I want to plug is I just put up a video. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it. That starts a collaboration, the Newlywed Game Feed Edition. Y'all, if you haven't been tagged on it or you don't get tagged in the next couple of videos coming out, feel free to jump in anyway. This was so fun for us to put together, and I think y'all would have fun too. But like I always say, if you do put one up, make sure I get the link and I'll get it in the playlist. Couple of good giveaways in that collaboration.
Chris, we should have ours up by the end of the week.
Say that again, please.
We should have ours up by the end of the week.
I'm not watching the screen, so who said that?
It's Kat with Windmill Farms.
Windmill Farms.
Oh, okay. All right, that sounds great. Yeah, I think I saw you write that in the chat right before I switched out to call in. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. It was, like I said, mine was a lot of fun to make, and I went back and watched it, and I kind of laughed. So I hope everybody else is too. But the second thing I want to plug is a couple weeks before the Bayou Bash, we got the Buckeye Sizzler happening in Ohio, which is the Ohio area homesteaders get together. So I'm sure Sherry or some of the other mods in the chat could throw a link up to that. And those are my two things to plug. And I appreciate y'all's time, and I hope that everybody's Christmas was great, and those who are still celebrating Hanukkah for a few more days, I hope that goes great for you as well.
Thank you.
And with that, guys, I'm going to jump off. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Chris,
Bye,
thanks.
Chris. Take care.
Thanks for calling.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about this Buckeye Sizzler coming up. I know some bears that need to make a trip to Ohio.
Not going to happen. When is it?
June 6th.
No, that ain't going to happen.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
There's no way for that to happen.
So the problem is that we're already obligated at this point to 4 different things. And one is in April. Then we have one in June. Then we have one in August. And then we have one in October. The one in June is the Bayou Bash. And for us to do the Bayou Bash and Homesteading Life, both of those are basically a week trip for us because it takes us almost 2 days to get there and almost 2 days to get back.
Yep.
So with my work schedule, I only get 3 weeks off a year. So the Homesteaders of America, I can only take like 2 days off for Homesteaders of America. And for the shindig. Well, see, and that's where we run into it, because as it stands right now, I'm already going to be having more vacation than I've got paid time off, because the Bayou Bash, the Shindig, and the Homesteading Live, all three of those are going to be pretty much a week-long vacation. So the Homesteaders of America, I'm just going to have to go in the hole a couple of days probably. So we're already at a deficit, without committing to something else. And the problem is with us, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the car that we have is not able to make those trips. We have to rent a vehicle every time we go somewhere. So Enterprise has come to really like us.
No doubt.
But we have to be able to have the money not only to drive it, but also to put gas in it, and then also have a place to stay. So.
And we're really looking forward to June to going to hanging out with
Brett and Amy.
Brett and them. So we're purposely making that trip last a week.
A week, if not a little bit.
Not a little bit longer.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it too.
Yeah, you better be. Little side piece.
Yeah, I can't say anything nice.
I still love you, Brett.
I know you do.
It's almost a follow side piece thing.
So anyway, Brett, share with everybody in the chat here about the Bayou Bash. Let everybody know when it is and all the particulars, if you would.
Well, the Bayou Bash is we're trying to model it after the Shindig, and it's in Lake Charles, Louisiana, at the Burton Coliseum Complex, and it's going to be on June 20th, 2020, this coming year. And Big Bear Homestead is our keynote speaker, and Two Family Homestead has agreed to live stream the event for us on YouTube.
And Brett agreed at the end of the Bayou Bash. At the closing ceremony, he was going to wear his MC Hammer pants and dance.
And we all know that this guy is a liar, right?
He told me if they get at least 500 people to show up, that's what he was going to do.
That is not the truth.
No, that's not the case. That is not the case.
Grace and I plan to be there.
Huh?
Yeah, Grizz and I are actually gonna try to, which a lot of it is real dependent on whether I get this new job or not. Waiting on a second interview for a wound care position. That's gonna change things up a little bit.
Look, I don't know. Look, I'm speaking. Look, I'm gonna throw this out here, and I've been busting Brett's chops all night. But y'all show them the love, and if you can make a donation or go ahead and get your tickets and stuff. Putting these events on is not
not free.
It's not free, and it's not an easy task. It takes a lot of dedication. Same way with the Shindig and Homesteading Life and all of that. The HOA, those events take a lot of planning. I helped set up the Georgia Trappers Association's convention twice, and I swore I'd never do it again. Because it's so stressful, you got to make sure that you got a proper count of how many people are going to be there, so you can have the right food trucks there. You got to be able to kind of estimate the amount of people that you're going to get there for the insurance, and then the buildings and.
Oh, and heaven forbid they charge you per head and not for just facility.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And so they need as much love and support as you guys can give them right now. And if it's nothing more than just going and watching their videos right now to show them, because look, people that put these things on, that has to take the priority. And so they might not be able to put videos out like they kind of want to. So go watch their old ones while they're planning these things to make these things as great as they are.
I appreciate all that, Jason. Mama Z is asking for a link. The only link I have so far is I've created a Facebook event. I haven't created Eventbrite yet. After the first of the year, we're going to be making announcements as we make the plans for the Bayou Bash. We will be collecting vendor fees after the first of the year. Excuse me. The entry tickets are still going to be free this year. And Amy's typing info on the Bayou Bash. But yeah, what Jason said is right. These events aren't free. We're about probably at this point we're about halfway funded for the building rental, because this year, if you came last year to the Bayou Bash, you'll know that we were limited on space, and we filled that space quickly. And that was an event that we planned in 4 weeks. So that was I was blown away. This year coming, we're going to get the entire Coliseum, the whole arena and everything, and it's going to be about twice the cost. So we're, like I said, we're about halfway there. And with the vendor fees and stuff, we should make it. We shouldn't have any problems. We shouldn't have to come out of pocket. But we definitely appreciate all of your support.
Cost but 10 times the room.
And they got some great looking coffee mugs that you can buy to support. Also, just saying.
Got hot coke all over it right now, but
It's kind of dirty because I drink hot cocoa out of it, but
sure.
This is what we have. We have these printed. It says I drink my coffee with the Broussards.
With the Broussards.
That's right. We brew with the Broussards. And those are available on our Etsy store.
we're hoping to get some merchandise, coffee mugs and T-shirts and things like that with the new Bayou Bash logos on it.
Right.
And all the proceeds from those sales are going to go towards the Bayou Bash expenses.
Amy,
That's right.
Amy, put your Etsy link up for them.
Okay.
Yeah, you get that.
Rustic Traditions asked if we're going to plan on having a Bayou Bash 2021. It depends on the success of Bayou Bash 2020. 2019, like I said, it blew our minds, blew us away. So we're planning another one, and we expect to go crazy again this year. So you can look forward to it.
I mean, you do have an awesome keynote speaker lined up.
Right, I'm going to have to look for one.
Modest much?
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, Elizabeth, are you in here? Holy cow.
B-Lady.
B-Lady, thank you so much.
Thank you, B-Lady. My goodness.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
She
Hanukkah.
just took over the room, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
I'm glad to see she's around because I haven't seen her in a while.
All right, after that, let's see if anybody still notices our Etsy link. That was awesome, B-Lady.
B-Lady did a $100 super chat.
Yeah, surprise, B-Lady. How are you, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We love you, dear.
Bad internet here. Where are you at?
Yeah.
At present, are you in Florida right now? Or are you?
I'm not right offhand. Hold on. Oh, you're fine, baby. I'll be right back, y'all.
Just asking. You don't have to leave the chat.
No, it's gonna be one of
Now we can get a word in edgewise.
Really? You're a butt face.
Amy, I can just see the two of them together. You and Robin may have to leave home just so you can get away from those two.
That's what I'm thinking.
Look, you should see when we're all trying to polo at the same time. That's fun.
Oh my gosh. That was insane.
Yeah, he did. He did exactly what you asked him to do.
No, he did not. He didn't do the last one.
No, and I won't either.
I didn't hear that one. I was too busy. We were talking about greens. And let me tell you, he's still in the chat right now. But homeboy can cook some greens. I'm just saying. Sydney brought greens he brought collards
What do you expect?
to dinner, and they were phenomenal. I think he said turkey neck
He's
in
from
them.
Texas. Of course, he can cook some greens.
Man, they were like slap your mama good. Just saying. They were really good.
Grizz270, I sent you an invite. I want to know if you got it or not, or if I have a bad email address for you. I see you're in the chat there, so.
The Crouch Ranch, we do a Monday Night Live every Monday, and every Monday night we have a different guest on.
Oops.
You're down there babysitting, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Enjoy your dinner, Red.
Who's babysitting?
B-Lady, I think.
B-Lady. Yeah, they're in Florida.
Florida. Didn't even stop by. No, we're right on the way.
Not really.
Night, Sydney.
Take care, Sydney.
Night, Sydney. Yeah, he has to work tomorrow.
When do you go back to work, fireman?
Tomorrow.
Huh?
I go back in the morning.
Oh.
B-Lady, you have a good holiday season here as well, too. Thank you so much again.
Enjoy those grandbabies. Crouch Ranch, we are booked up to September. Yeah. Never in my wildest dreams would I ever thought that was going to happen.
No, I knew it would happen. It's just...
Well, yeah, it's a hell of a lot of fun to be on.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, our first opening is October 5th. If you want to do that, Crouch Ranch, I can mark you down right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, Brenda. I think I could go the rest of my life and never see snow again and be very happy. I truly do. Or have
I live in Georgia.
Or have this crappy cold weather.
I needed to get cold for about 3 or 4 weeks.
For garlic?
No, to finish processing all these pigs I got.
Oh, yeah.
You say that, but I really feel like it's working out the way that we're doing it, because we look at the weather, and when it looks like temperature's starting to drop, we go ahead and put one down, and then we clean it, hang it while it's, freezing weather, get it all butchered up, ready to go, and then we have a chance to take a break until,
Till the
it's
next
not
one.
doing one right after the other. We're able to pace ourselves.
Yeah, Jason Grizz said he's not even, we haven't bought his trapping license or anything this year because it's been so warm, there's no point.
And
the fur report came out.
Yeah.
I got mine, yesterday? I got my
yesterday or day before, yeah.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah.
It ain't worth.
Tell him we got a cougar.
Though we do have a cougar running our property.
I had one cougar in my life.
Wasn't me. I'm not older than you.
Yeah. Taught me a lot.
Well, normally with us right around this time, it's so wet you can't put steel in the ground. It rains so much that you can't.
Right out.
I'm probably going to start going after beavers this week just so I can get meat in the freezer.
Yeah, we definitely need to.
I've never tried beaver.
Oh.
Hey, Jason. Do you do anything with the tails?
I flesh them out. I
I
had to talk to you like this when you come in the screen like that, man. 'Cause then, it's like, hey, what are you talking about?
Oh God, please, Paul.
No, where I trap at. I don't have enough water set area to set beaver traps, and I've been needing some beaver tails so that I can actually tan them out. I've got some orders, and I don't want to order from them boys up north. They want too much for their tails.
Oh.
You want me to send you the whole tail, or do you want me to go ahead and skin it and flesh it for you?
I'll pay for you skinning and fleshing. I know how much work that is, and it'd be easy. You can borax it out, and that way it sends a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would travel better.
Yeah, it will.
Or, I mean, we could just leave on a Friday and hand
Come on.
Y'all more than welcome at my house anytime.
Yeah, do that. You'll be halfway here.
Talk about coming to Stone Mountain. Like, that's been an anniversary trip we keep talking about.
Or we could trade up. We could trade them out for an AR.
I was just going to say, an AR's in your future here.
Robin, I want to point out I had no part in that comment.
So anyway, you were saying Stone Mountain.
Yeah, and we're always talking about how we don't know anybody in that area.
We're still about 3 hours away, but we could certainly meet you there.
But we found a place that's probably up closer to y'all because it's in more northern Georgia than Stone Mountain, and it's panning for gold.
What's the name of the town? Dahlonega?
Oh, hell.
Helen?
I don't remember. I'll message it to you. Or I'll message it to him because I know I have him on Facebook.
I'll tell you, one of the little gems that we found this past summer is a place called Dillard. Dillard, Georgia. It's up in the mountains. It's really close to like Franklin, North Carolina. It's right on the border of Georgia and North Carolina.
I think that's where we were looking at.
It's beautiful up there. And there's so many. The Foxfire Museum is right in there in that area. And during the summer, they do a lot of stuff outdoors. Like the local town does, like on Friday nights, they do live music, and there's just a lot going on. So it's a really cool little area, and it doesn't cost a lot. There's some Airbnbs up there that are super cheap. So, you can stay there for the weekend and probably pay what you would pay one night for a decent hotel room. So
we'll definitely look into that.
Yeah, it's nice up there. And Dillard's only about an hour and a half from us.
Okay.
Well, your son just text messaged me, and he said he's making poop, and he just got done with washing the paint roller.
Yes, he's making the poop.
He's making the butt mud.
He's making butt mud.
What?
Loma asked, do you ever get primary feathers from turkey or the like? What are primary feathers? Is that the big ones?
Yes.
I mean, we got to slaughter a turkey eventually.
How many feathers do you want, Loma? Because we've got 4 wings in the freezer right now.
Yeah, we don't have anything right now.
So I usually save all my feathers for bobcat trapping.
Yeah.
Well, I get too many turkeys. I've got more turkeys than anything else, so I don't have that problem.
Not to mention, we had our turkey dropping feathers, and then when we had goats, they were yanking out his tail feathers.
Gotcha.
So, Lama, shoot me a message. You've got me on Facebook, and tell me how many you need, and we'll drop them in the mail to you.
Handling cutter sharp.
Did you just slice yourself?
No.
No.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Well, you got that hot pickling over there. You can use that. I'm sure that'll cauterize it right up for
Clean
you.
it up good.
Ooh, salt.
Get you some thread and some super glue. Tie that up.
I have some lidocaine out in the car.
Oh, who needs lidocaine? Just pour a little bit of fermented pepper juice on it. It'll be good.
Pour some Jack on it and get some super glue.
There you go.
Pour some Jack on it and get some super glue.
Oh, super glue is my best friend.
Yeah, super glue is his bandage. That and duct tape.
Mm-hmm.
Electrical tape for me. So can I make a shameless plug now?
Go for it.
No.
Daryl.
By all means.
I want to invite everybody to our big premiere for our big plans for 2020 The premiere is going to be on New Year's Eve at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have Grizz joining us here, and we've got another phone caller. So, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
This is Papa Z from Mama Z's Texas Kitchen.
Well, hello. How you doing?
Good. Just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
And a happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. I wanted to ask Nathan if he got the blueberry chili we sent him.
I think he did.
I would say yes.
He's not responding, so.
Yeah, he laughed real loud.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so I think he did. He's
well, good. I'm glad he got it.
Yeah, he's glaring at the screen. I'm not sure just quite why.
Oh, I just called to mess with him and tell everybody Merry Christmas, and I hope you all have a good New Year.
Well, yes, thank you so much. You as well.
Papa Z from Mama Z's.
Bye.
Okay, thank you for calling. And Grizz knows how to work this. He's got himself muted for the time being, but Grizz 270 has joined us. That's the fellow with the short beard up there right now.
Sorry about the meeting. This whole Zoom experience is new to me.
Oh, it is. Is it?
Hey,
no,
I heard Jason. I heard Jason talking about some skinning and all that stuff, and I was wondering if he could help me out. You know, it would make my life a whole lot easier with these slippers I'm trying to make out of these calico kittens.
I knew he was going to go there.
Oh, yeah.
I just knew it.
Hello.
Hey, we know that he's an expert with that stuff, and I'm an amateur on that end of it.
With cat skin, you've actually got to pickle it. It don't tan as good. You got to pickle it like you do rabbit skin.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, see, here's the problem, though, man. The problem that I run into is I'm trying to make child size 12s, and I get kids that are child size 10s. And so you stretch them on out, you know, it just don't work out that good all the time.
Just got to keep stretching.
Oh.
Is that what you call it, Jason?
I'm going to leave that one. I ain't touching that one. 10 foot pole.
Amen. Amen.
So Grizz, is the holidays being good to you out there?
She is not amused.
Well, let's put it this way. Last year, Christmas Eve, I bagged Santa. Nobody believes me. But I'm telling y'all, the Santa y'all seeing today,
I remember you saying that
That's
too,
the real
Grizz.
guy.
I remember you
I
talking
got
about
the real
that.
Santa last Christmas Eve.
I remember
It was
that.
a beautiful bloodbath. I got him and his 8 reindeer. It was an excellent Christmas card. I'm telling you. Santa's history. Christmas is no more. We all just gotta
Well, I saw Nathan was holding up a cat there for you.
Okay. Oh man, let me put my glasses on. I want to see the kitty. What color is it?
White.
Not amused.
Oh man, that looks like, you know. Now seriously, all joking aside, okay. That almost looks like we had an odd-eyed Turkish Angora. It was all white like that, but it had one. Our cat that looked like that had one pink eye and one blue eye. You know, different color eyes. It was called the Turkish odd-eyed Angora. Love that cat, but I won't get it. No, it was not Chinese food, folks. Trust me, it was not Chinese food.
It's pretty.
What about Korean?
Now I'm getting into the Korean food now, you know, because the cats are kind of coming scarce here. So now I'm looking for puppies.
Oh God.
Got those too.
Yeah, Nathan has those too.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
I got 4 of them right here.
Nathan's
Oh man, you got some recipes that go with them?
Nathan's a one-stop shop.
What are you drinking there, Chris?
This is a Mountain Driver.
That's his potato juice. You know that.
Mountain Driver?
Yeah, Mountain Driver. I got my mountain water and orange juice in here.
Oh, okay.
Mountain Driver.
Oh, so screwdriver. Got it. Mountain Driver.
So I'm curious, Chris. Do you make your own mountain water, or do you have a friend down the road that you pick that up from?
No, I make it. But I mean, it's I was going to do some videos, but there's stuff happened along the way. You know, I won't be doing any videos at all whatsoever on it because stuff has happened along the way. I just don't want to talk about it on YouTube if y'all understand.
Fair enough. Got quiet.
Yeah, I'm online.
Well, while we're throwing out shameless plugs, can I do one?
Oh, absolutely.
So, Grizz and I are at 472. Last time we looked at our subscribers. And we are doing a Baker Creek seed giveaway when we hit 500. As well as one of the giveaways that's being done with Loma Acres in their Newlywed Game collab. And we actually, we weren't asking for it. We were kind of floored because I had just sent Baker Creek a message to ask them, you know, which varieties were their best sellers. And they're actually donating the seeds for our giveaway. So we were really, really floored that Baker Creek would do that for us, as small a channel as we are.
They are
that company is
500.
Yeah, they are real good about that. They are fantastic people.
We were just when she sent me the message yesterday, right before the whole bull fiasco started. So at least we had one good.
Brett, you're being awfully quiet up there.
I think he's
that way.
Oh, he just left. He was there a second ago. There he is.
I'm being quiet because I'm just being quiet.
You're no fun.
Well, neither are you.
I think we hijacked it from Brett and Amy and Daryl and Jerry.
I know, right?
Why can't you get me and Robin together? Wrong one. You're thinking about VW Family Farms. Though I don't know. Robin may be a pyro too.
No, well, I mean, I can build a pretty good fire, but
Sounds like she can start a fire with the best of them.
You can get my fire going, baby.
There goes Jason throwing another log on it.
oh my god.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
You got that right.
Barry Carter, whose channel are you looking for a link to?
Really?
Amy, you're being very quiet.
Yeah, Amy's being quiet.
No, but
So what's going on? You're the furthest south of anybody here. So
Yes.
So how are things down in the southern states?
warm. Our temps were at 72 today.
Wow.
Hey, we were warmer than y'all. We were 73.
Yeah, we were 70. We were close.
Yeah, it's awfully warm. I bet you anything we've got the humidity beat though. I think it was like 80-something% today.
I believe it.
So, are you an outdoors person, Amy? I mean, do you do any hunting or outdoor fishing, hunting, anything like that? Camping?
Oh, we camp every now and then. I want to hunt more. We went up to South Arkansas to hunt for the first time this year, and we don't hunt in our area because the deer leases are so expensive. Yeah, we're at 88% humidity. That's what I was just looking at.
Wow.
It's warm. It's warm and muggy. Yeah. But as far as outdoors, I'm outside all the time with the animals and the gardens and you name it. I spend more time outside than I do inside.
Now, Amy, y'all can come up here and hunt.
We ain't got the 78.
It was a high of 58 here.
If we hunt on your land, do we need a hunting license?
No, not so long as you have our permission.
As long as you have our permission. She's going to frost you out. Sorry.
It's not that. We actually last year pulled 2 deer stands down that were not ours.
Wow.
There are some guys who have a turkey lease that butts up to the backside of our property. And we very kindly asked the game warden to go tell them to keep their happy little tails on that land that they pay for.
Right.
Of course, the game warden was like, well, I can go tell them, but they're not supposed to be deer hunting back there. I said, okay, well, you know what? I have that landowner's permission to kill them if necessary. So we'll just take care of that. No, let me handle this. Well, go handle it.
It's called a 55-gallon drum, holes, and a bunch of concrete for the catfish to go in.
There you go. There you go.
I don't play well with it.
You don't have to have a hunting license to hunt on your property?
No.
No, because it's private property.
Yeah. And actually, once we get the posted signs up, even the game wardens can't come on without a warrant. It's about the only way you can stop a game warden from just coming on your property whenever they want.
No, that's
wow.
That must be a statewide thing. In the state of Ohio, a game warden can go anywhere they want. They have the most.
Yeah. Louisiana's the same way, and we have to have hunting and fishing licenses to fish right out of the pond in our backyard.
Wow.
No, state of Mississippi is different on that.
Yeah, we don't either. You can, as long as you're on your own property, or you have rights through the property owner.
Yeah. That's the same way in Ohio. If you're on your own property, you don't license is not required.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just think, less than 100 years ago, we didn't have to have none of that.
Yep. Just another way for the state to make money off of you.
It's all a scam.
Yep.
Just
I
like
don't mind licensing the wildlife stuff because the money goes back to wildlife habitat.
Well, a percentage of it does.
that's what they say.
I was just gonna say,
But I ain't seen it. But I seen all the new ARs and everything that our game wardens have.
yeah.
Well,
now, in all honesty, here they need it because when they do end up going somewhere where the guys are not doing what they're supposed to, they're liable to not come out of that situation alive. So,
And that's true. That was one of the things. Like, Jason went to go get was it Blaze's hunting license when Blaze went for his class, and he walked up on them getting training for ARs, and he's like, what the crap? Why does a game warden need an AR? And they said there's a lot of, like, we have a big meth, and I think everywhere does, but we have a big meth problem when you get back up in the woods, and they're stomping around in those woods, and they can show up on somebody unsuspecting and get shot. So they
also assist the DEA and the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that we had happen down here with one of our game wardens was he got called out for a spotlighting hunting in the middle of the night thing, and he went down there and called an older gentleman. He would 2 deer in the bed of his truck, confiscated the gun, the truck, and everything else. Guy bailed out that night. The very next night, the game warden gets a call back down to the exact same set of woods. He jumps up out of bed, goes down there to do it. and there's one way in, one way out. As he's driving his truck in, two big 4x4s with lights come in and block him from the front and hit him with their lights. Two come in from behind and hit him with the lights. And before he could react, the boy walked up and put a gun upside his head and said, "Let me tell you something, son. You come back in this set of woods and tell me I can't hunt and provide for my family, I'm going to tell you." And about that time, he held up a cell phone so he could see. He goes, "Is that your wife laying in bed when you left?" He said, "I'll just let Bubba know he can continue doing whatever he wants to do in that house if you think you need to come down here again, son." So yeah, we have that same. That's one reason they have very good training down here for that kind of stuff.
And it's one reason why we don't really, when they roll up and they're heavily armed, I mean, you've got to be armed to the teeth with some of the redneck.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Well, you can't.
I gotta give a shout out for the game wardens here. I gotta give it the other side of it to put the other side of it. There's so many posters on out here that the only purpose that they're out there posting out there is for the purpose of drug money. They're going to go out there and pop whatever they can and to sell whatever they can so they can get their drug money. That's what the game wardens are dealing with, is that type of people. You know? And the reality is, when a game warden here can find somebody that's a needy family that says, "Hey, I'm out here just get some food," and it's obvious that they're not out there to sell the product. They haven't been busted multiple times and stuff. They're very, very lenient on them.
Right.
So I do want to let the people that know that in some areas, such as where I live at, game wardens are humans.
Oh yeah.
And they know when they're being taken advantage of and when they're being screwed over.
Yeah.
And those are the type of game wardens that I like having.
Yep.
The game wardens we have around here are really good.
Yeah, it's a very tough
The
job.
game wardens I have around here are really good guys, and I've seen a lot of the land that they have they manage, and I've seen a lot of new areas come up that has come from licensing fees and things of that nature. Just whole new places that used to be farmland that's now wetland preserves and stuff.
But I'll be the first one to say that I think that the laws have worked as far as repopulating like deer and things like that, because Jason, when I was your age, it was pretty tough to even come across a deer up here, and now they're all over the place.
Well, that was here in Mississippi too. Talked to my grandparents before they passed away, and they'll tell you back when they were young, they only hunted for the small game because there was no deer, there was no turkey in the area.
Yeah.
And this year's the first year that we were actually able to take a fall hen on our property, and so I was actually able to get one. I actually put up a little small video about it, but I actually got to take my first fall hen and since I left Texas, because Texas has fall hen season, but they don't here, and that's how well we're populated, is that we got back to being able to take fall hens.
I mean, I hate to say it, but everything was different that many years ago. I mean, when I was in high school, there was a gun in my pickup truck that we went out hunting right after school.
Yep.
That was, but it was all small game. As far as deer, you were lucky to get a deer tag. It was a lottery for a while. And if you got a deer tag, it still had to have like 4-inch horns on it before you could take it. So, but that's just not the case anymore. I mean, the deer are plentiful. So they have done something right.
Well, they've actually gone overboard here because now we got chronic wasting disease.
Yeah.
We got too many deer, so now we've got the chronic wasting disease. They've got 17 cases so far this year here in the state of Mississippi. So
in my area, when I was young, we had no turkeys. Now we have huge hunting seasons for turkeys, and it used to be like $2 a year was your max limit, and now it's 3 deer a day that you can take.
How long are the seasons where you're all out there? Nathan, how long is the deer season for you? Let's just talk gun season, deer gun season.
Gun season is the end of November to January 7th.
Okay, so
the whole season is from September to January.
Okay, but the gun season is a week.
No, it's over a month.
Well, I thought you said. I thought you said the end of November. I'm sorry.
The end of November to January 7th.
Oh, January 7th. Okay. Yeah, that's a long time. Jason, how about you down there?
Gun season for us started September the.
Damn.
Holy crap.
Was it September?
September the 19th, and it doesn't go out till January 13th.
Yeah.
We're allowed a total of 2 bucks and 10 does.
Okay, and I'll go to Mississippi Grizz here next.
Our gun season starts just right before 2 weeks before Thanksgiving and goes all the way to the second week of January, but our entire season starts at October 1 and goes to February the 1st.
Now, that's putting in your archery, and then there's a dog gun season where
Yeah.
you can't hunt if you're not running dogs.
Yeah, our archery season starts in August.
Yeah.
Damn, we need to come to your house.
But it's just too stinking hot.
See, that's the problem. You can, but do you want to?
And,
Yeah,
and how about our West Coast Grizz out here? When's your gun
Our
season?
rifle season is all of October, with the middle week of October being for cotton. But I mean, like Jason was saying, I mean, our bow season starts in August, and it also it breaks up in the middle during rifle season, then it goes back to bow season. But there's also black powder season afterwards.
Yeah.
Our hunt season goes from the middle of August all the way to the first of the year.
Yeah, that's about where we.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. This year, archery season started September 14th.
There you go.
And it ends January 12th. Our primitive weapons black powder started October the 12th, and it goes to January the 12th. And our rifle started October 19th.
Yeah, so still, it was the middle of October.
Yeah.
Brett,
It goes all the way
I'm
to January 12th.
Brett, are you familiar
I'm
with
looking at mine
with
right
what it
now.
is there in Louisiana?
We're trying to look it up. Amy's working on it.
Like, I've
I'm
got
not
an
sure.
archery hunt.
Our state's split up into different areas, so it's kind of difficult.
November 16th to December 6th, and January 6th through January 19th.
Sounds
like Yeah, that-
That's the way Tennessee is. We're broken up into 4 different units. But archery,
Yeah,
the earliest archery
it's all split
is 23rd and 25th of August for velvet bucks. Then archery opens September 28th, and then you can hunt with archery all the way up till January 11th. Then muzzleloader is November 9th, and then gun opens November 23rd and runs all the way through January 11th. And you can take 3 a day, $2 a year.
Okay, and the we got somebody in the chat wanting to differentiate the two grizzes. We have the grizz on the lower left is in Mississippi,
Over here.
and the grizz on the lower right is in Washington. Is that correct?
Oregon.
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 Which is just below Washington. Right.
Yep.
California is going to be the state to watch. This year, as of October 2019, they have banned all of trapping, all fur sales, and manufacturing in their state.
And I'll tell you something else, Jason. I can't send holsters into the state of California anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't import anything that's been tanned,
Yeah, you can't.
fur, nothing.
You can't bring it any
Nope.
leather, any fur, anything. Now, this is coming out of my news report from my Trapper Predator Post magazine.
What is the thought process behind that?
I don't know. It's
California.
It's PETA. I mean, it's PETA. They're behind the legislation. If you actually look up the 3 bills that was introduced in California, PETA actually sponsored all 3 with the help of 14 different Democratic senators for the state of California, and they used that to bring forth the new ban on all the fur products coming in. Here's the kicker. They weren't necessarily mad at the United States fur trappers such as me and Jason. It was the Russian furs that were coming in with some of the things that they were finding out between Russia and China, that how they were handling animals that were coming in from them countries.
Right.
But we all got rolled up into one. Whether we were in America or not, they didn't make a distinguish on the bills that they introduced. They put us all in one big lump sum, unfortunately.
You will watch. California will have to import water within the next 3 to 5 years. If they don't live this trapping ban, because all of their drinking water will be contaminated.
Raccoons alone will be a good source of that.
Raccoons and beavers.
Hey, Jason, I got news for you. All of California water is already contaminated. I would have drank that water today.
That's a good point.
Well, they are the land of fruit and nuts.
Play nice. Tell me to play nice. You play nice.
You know,
Didn't you say fruits and nuts?
Yeah.
but
what it's going to end up doing is their predator population is going to go up through the roof.
Well, you know, in Los Angeles County, they still have a problem with the coyotes coming in the backyards as it is now. Yep. Per capita, they have more attacks of coyotes and bobcats on human beings than any other state or any other province in North America, including Canada.
Yep.
That's the problem.
I think.
And how it's going to affect the rest of us is all of the fruits and nuts that come out of California. They're going to go up through the roof.
Yep.
Because those predators are going to be eating more of them.
Kind of like the individual that thought they had found a kitten on the side of the road, and turned out it was a baby bobcat.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I've grabbed baby wildcat in the wild out there. Not a smart thing to do.
Oh no.
Baby skunks aren't a fun thing to play with either when you come up.
No.
I wouldn't think so. Man, I ain't been accused of having many smarts, but I'm smart enough not to mess with a skunk.
No, but here's the kicker. I was trying to get a baby one because if you can actually have the scent gland removed, they're like a cat. They will actually learn to use the litter box, and then they will eat all the spiders and insects in your house.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
However,
yeah, but I was smart enough to learn if I was going to get one of them baby skunks like that, I went to the pet store.
We don't have a pet store like that.
I don't know what kind of pet store you're going to, but obviously we need to find it.
I trapped 6 baby skunks out from underneath my porch when we moved back in over here in 2 days. Not a single one of them sprayed. Not even the mama when I trapped her.
Wow.
Oh, I've had a bunch of the full-grown ones I've caught in traps that never sprayed, even after I dispatched them. Did they spray? So I've had that happen. I just thought the baby wasn't going to spray me, and I reached down and picked it up, and yeah, needless to say.
And they're correct me if I'm wrong, but they're like a baby snake. They just give you everything. They don't control any bit of their spray. They just shoot it all at you.
I mean, there is a reason why baby skunks are called kittens.
Yep.
It's like a cat.
Yep.
Well,
look, that's where the money's being made right now. Is beaver castor and skunk essence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's being made into perfume. These expensive perfumes women wear, they don't realize. And also, all of your artificial raspberry taste on the market has come from beaver castor.
Yep.
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 Butt glands.
Yep.
I can tell you this much: the skunks that we have in our area, the skunks that we have in our area, they get a bad rap. I mean, people keep saying skunks where you eat all your eggs, eat all your chickens, and this and that. We have loads of skunks here. You know what? And our dog takes a little stir fry, runs around out here at nighttime and stuff, barking at the wildlife and stuff. Never had. We've had 3 dogs living here. I've never had a dog get sprayed. I've never been sprayed. I've chased them out of the chicken coop. I've never lost a chicken to a skunk. But I also understand that that's based on the environment where I'm at versus where other people are at. I mean, other people's wildlife reacts completely different than the wildlife that we have here.
What we run into with skunks here is they're one of our major carriers of rabies.
Along with foxes.
Along with foxes and raccoons don't carry rabies so much, but they carry a form of Rocky Mountain spotted fever.
And they're crap.
And that's the problem you run into with those is the diseases they can pass on. But like people always talk about possums down here carrying rabies. There hasn't been a case
Not
of
one.
a case of
Possums can't carry rabies.
Nope, not one case has ever showed up.
Just temper.
They can carry.
Jason is right. Jason is right. Possums cannot carry rabies.
Yeah.
They're immune to it.
Yeah.
Coons can carry rabies. All your canines can carry rabies. Your cats can carry rabies. But most of the time, the biggest carrier of rabies, believe it or not, is your bats. 1 out of 4 bats have the rabies virus.
Yes.
What a lot of people don't understand is everybody, when you say rabies, everybody automatically thinks of Cujo.
No.
But there's like 10, 15,000 different strands of the rabies virus.
It's like the flu. I mean, it's
and
got,
one is the mad dog Cujo strand. The rest of them, the animals are more than likely looking for a place to lie down
and die.
Because it's attacking their nervous system. And so they're basically what happens is they go find a cool place to lay down and it shuts down their nervous system, which then stops their breathing and they die.
Yeah.
But they're looking for the cool place because of the fever that comes on from it.
Right.
Their body's heating up.
Right.
But yeah, it's always fun to have that argument with people. Possums carry rabies. No, they don't. We actually have one that lived out here with our cats for the longest, and we never had any issue with them.
Oh, the possum.
Yeah.
I love possum.
Well, let me say hi to Ethan out there in the chat. 180 degrees from average.
Ethan and Sabra.
3, 6. I got 7 pints.
7 pints of pickles. You want to hand me a jar and we'll show everybody your pickles?
No, shit,
I don't know if I want to see his pickle.
They've all seen damn pickles.
I knew you were going to go there. I just knew it.
Lord have
Where did
mercy.
Amy disappear to? Oh, those are beautiful. Wow.
Aren't those pretty?
Those are pretty.
The problem is that we're going to take a jar to our daughter and she'll have it eaten in about 5 minutes.
Yep.
That's the way I am with pickled quail eggs.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, God, yes. Love them.
I made 2 big batches of soup when I was off between Monday and Tuesday.
Yep.
And we canned what was left over from it so he could have soup to eat later.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I saw that yawn, Brett.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you
5
going to
o'clock.
bring
Come
some,
early.
right?
Huh?
Maybe. I was talking to
Nathan
at Samson Farm. He had some pickled quail eggs. I said he's going to bring some, right?
Woo.
I can't wait till our quail start laying.
The Cajun pickled style quail eggs, boy, I can sit there and eat a quart jar in like 5 minutes, but then I am kicked out of the house.
My problem is we had a coon come in the middle of the night between 3 different days. You know, we got 13 outside cats.
Wow.
And contrary to popular belief, cats can set off coon cuffs.
Wow, really?
Yes, they can. They can get their hand
Especially
down in
ours.
ours can. So I can't put out coon cuffs like I want to, and within 3 days, I lost all 250 quail I had.
Wow.
They reached in and just started popping heads off of my quail.
Yeah.
Your coon cuffs, are they a push or a pull trigger?
They're a pull trigger.
Huh.
They're Duke pulls. Because Duke's right here close. That's the reason I use all Duke products if I can.
We've sat there and watched our cats reach into like jars and stuff and hook their paws around stuff to pull it out.
Yeah.
The concern is that we put it in there, they're gonna reach their.
Unfortunately, I don't know what you use to do your coon cuffs with, but I found that cat food and a little bit of grape jelly at the very bottom works wonders.
I would get the some anise or black licorice. Get some black licorice and drop it in there. Cats won't mess with black licorice, but coons go after it like it's crazy, like it's crap.
I got a better idea. Just package up them cats on dry ice and ship them to me.
Oh my God.
Okay, Grizz, I'm gonna let you handle this with her. Here, baby, take this. You'll need this.
He's already like, we have too many cats. I'm like, we're down from 27 to 12. Come on.
That's a lot.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, but
It's
look,
the
we had
last
to
one
do
I
something when we
have.
first moved on this property because we had a
Snakes
snake
like
problem
crazy.
like you would not believe. And I've got two they're black calicos,
Yeah.
who live in the woods. And when you see them out in the weeds and they're picking their paw up and they're backing up and they're popping something, you can go out there and they've got a copperhead or a water moccasin sitting there. And they're popping that top of that head until they kill it.
And we don't have a snake problem. no
We don't
more.
have a snake problem. So I do, the cats do irritate me, but at the same time, it's an irritation that I'll take because they kept this place clean and we ain't had one mouse with everything we have around here. Not one mouse. Matter of fact, the last 3 times we've come in, they've actually had squirrels out there. They've been catching the squirrels out of the woods and bringing them back up to the house and eating them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd keep the cats, taking out the water moccasins. I'm not a snake person.
Well, see, I don't mind snakes per se. I'm actually one of the folks around here that people will call when they've got a snake and they don't know what it is, and I'll go get it. But my thing is I don't mind keeping them. I've actually went to Texas and I got 37 diamondbacks, brought them back, and I fed them until they skinned out because when they skin out, they have the best skin. And then I turned around and tanned them out for my leather work. But I don't mind doing that. But at the same time, if they're out here having a disruption to, bite my goats or my cows or doing things like that, I've got to get rid of them. I can't keep them here.
That's why when we moved here, we had a snake issue too. But I killed every snake except king snake. I let the king snakes stay. Now I've got 2 or 3 real dominant king snakes. They're probably about 8-9 foot long now.
They're massive.
But I don't have any copperheads, moccasins, or rattlers anymore. And every now and then I'll get a rat snake show up, but they don't last long.
We had one banded water snake show up, and about the time we got it out of the goat pen, the cats realized there was a snake out there, and I don't think the snake made it 20 foot before the cats went, "No, you staying, we're eating you." Of course, Maleficent will actually bring them and leave them on the porch, and once you come out and you acknowledge that she brought you a steak, then she'll eat it, but she wants the acknowledgement that she brought you a present first.
Yeah, it's almost like puny human. You don't know how to do your job, so I'm going to teach you how to do your job,
Yeah.
and then she brings it to you. So.
But she hasn't been alive, so.
That would be why I don't like snakes. I mean, cats. I don't mind snakes, but I don't like cats.
Oh, that's all right. She used to have a black cat here before me and her got together that her daddy got from a graveyard. And every Christmas when they put the Christmas tree up, it believed that it needed a bird
to go with
in the tree. So it would go outside, catch a bird, bring it in, and put it in the tree and leave it alive.
Now, what he's not telling you in this story is this cat was declawed in the front. So don't let people tell you that if you declaw your cats, they become completely, defenseless. No, this cat whooped up on dogs, caught birds, brought them in the house live, and caught snakes on a regular basis.
Wow. That's crazy.
I see Grace wrote a note here in the chat talking about pesticides containing
Neonicotinoids.
something is affecting us all over the USA. Something to talk about someday. Have a great night. Signing out. Grace, thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate seeing you here.
Thank you, Grace.
Neonicotinoids, is that not what Roundup is?
I think.
I thought Roundup was the glyphosate.
No, but neonicotinoid is a type of.
I thought it was a binding agent.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know enough about pesticides to know.
I thought it was a binding
I just know we
agent.
don't use them.
Yeah. Actually, speaking about that, aren't we supposed to get certified this next year with The girl?
Yes, we are. We are supposed to actually get certified. What is it? Certified organic. It's not the U.S. It's not the government one, but it's a separate independent certification board.
Okay. Well, it is. It's approaching 11:30 here, folks. We've had a pretty fun evening, I think. And I certainly want to thank everybody for being here. I know it was dropping down a little bit, but now it's picking back up again. So I don't know if people are getting a second.
Oh no, I know
second
what
take
it
or not,
is.
but
It was messing with the bees.
but
Yeah, because it's nicotine.
Trying to determine where all the beeps are coming from, but
Marco.
Oh, from Marco. Okay.
Brett and his side mark. Oh.
So anyway, want to thank everybody for being here this evening. Sherry, you got anything Brett, Amy?
Thanks. Merry Christmas. It's been fun.
So
Lots of fun.
we'll just run around the panel here. Big Bear,
Yes.
want to say goodnight to the folks in the chat?
Oh.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. And don't forget about our premiere video on the 31st, 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Shameless plug.
Nathan.
We will be posting it for you all weekend, Jason.
Okay.
Good night, everybody. As always, God bless. See you next time.
Well, your shameless plug. Get your plug out there.
I'm nothing to shamelessly plug this time.
Okay, Mississippi Grizz.
Y'all, don't forget, we're going to be having a Baker Creek seed giveaway when we reach 500 subscribers. We're also part of Loma Acres Newlywed Game Collab, and there will be a giveaway along with that as well. So, y'all, we're going to tell y'all to have a Merry Christmas, have a blessed night, and as always, be safe.
Okay, and Oregon Grizz, how about you?
All I want to say is, here, kitty, 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 kitty. Good night, y'all.
Wouldn't be Grizz without that.
Okay.
Good night, y'all.
So, folks, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate all of you, and we will see you again later. Next Monday night, we have McClendon Homestead.
Yes.
So
that'll be the last Monday of the year.
Last Monday of the year.
Last Monday of the decade. Wow.
So thanks so much for being here this evening. We appreciate all of you, and take care, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's.
Put on your yarmulke.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.